Going to lie a lot. Huh? I said to my friends here, give me a real honest answer to this question. There are people who will look at our next guest and say, he is out of his mind. He is embarking upon a third career. And let me ask you this question. If you stood to be a member of, if not the, certainly one of the most successful popular music entertainment groups in the world, and could bank maybe $1 million or so in a year, but you were artistically stymied, you couldn't go any further, would you give it up, or would you stay with the group and keep the loot?
I'd stay with the group and keep the loot.
Yeah, baby. What would you do?
Stay with the group and keep the loot.
Stay with the group and keep the
You're cop-outs. You're bad people. You know that? No, that's an honest answer, though. This man faced that choice, and he blew it. He just said, take it. I want to do something by myself, and he's doing it ever so well. As a matter of fact, he's been at it, and I didn't realize it, for half his lifetime. And you'll find a little bit more about Tom Fogerty in a second. This is a thing that he wrote and he produced, and I guess he did it in Oakland or San Francisco area. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on there. It's called Goodbye Media Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Fogerty. Chair and sit here for a while. There are three men in your lives that comprise another part of a group called Creedence Clearwater, and that was a group we were talking about. They think you're out of your mind. Do you feel that you're losing your marbles for leaving a successful group?
No, they don't really think I'm out of my mind. They understand.
No, I'm talking about my friends over here.
Over here.
No, I'm sure Stu and Doug and John, though.
Yeah,
but was it that frustrating for you?
Pretty much so, yeah. It was something like I had been writing songs and looking for a place to use them, and somehow it never quite fit into the whole thing we were doing, you know, and I have sort of like I guess a different approach to it, you know.
Well, tell me just a little bit now. We started talking before we got with our friends today on television about the San Francisco scene. 3-4 years ago, or what we used to call the psychedelic era, was the San Francisco time. Then things sort of quieted down. What's happening now? It's coming alive.
It's coming alive in a different way. It's not quite so psychedelic, but it's the vibrations are about the same as they were about 3 or 4 years ago again. And what's happening is people are getting together from all different groups and playing the small clubs and sort of gotten away from the superstar trip up there, you know.
You know, I get a tremendous kick out of reading album liner notes now and finding the world's most famous musicians sitting in a sidemen on dates. Do you do this?
Oh, yeah, I really love to do it. You mean
Do
like
you get paid?
Like the Howlin' Wolf album that everybody's
Yeah.
on? That's beautiful, yeah.
Do you get paid when you do that sort of thing?
I never even think about that far anymore.
Yeah, that's another part of your life that's changed a little bit. Let's look ahead. Suppose all of a sudden Tom Fogerty becomes a big thing, sells lots of records and albums and so forth. They say, okay, out on the road again. Would you go?
No.
Why? Don't need the money? Is that the real reason or no?
No, not really. It's just I really enjoyed like the stability of being able to go home after the gig, whatever it happens to be, you know.
Are you basically a family man?
Yeah, basically.
The road life is certainly not cut out for that sort of thing. How would you fashion your life on your third go-around now? You've had, what was the first career, by the way? You were an electronics guy or something?
No, in the world of show business, I actually started out as a solo artist.
Back
the
again.
First thing, you know. This time I'm approaching the solo part a little differently, but I started off by myself, then it was with the group. Now I'm off on my own again with a little different perspective, you know.
Are you happy in what you're doing?
Yeah, really.
Do you feel good in here?
Yeah, and in my head, too.
That's all that really counts. May I wish you all good luck?
Well, thanks very much, Dave.
Man, I like very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Fogerty. If you'll hold on, we'll be back in a second.